Hello, everyone. Welcome back to my channel. I hope everyone is having a nice day before we begin the video. Please subscribe and give the video a thumbs up. Liv Morgan had a big match on WWE this week. However, after her loss, a veteran has said that the referee needs to be suspended immediately. Liv Morgan was facing Bayley on this week's episode of Raw, ahead of their tag team title match at WrestleMania. The two stars are set to battle there as they team with Raquel Rodriguez and Lyra Valkyria, respectively. The two stars will have much to do at WrestleMania, but Bayley stood tall on Raw, defeating Morgan. However, Vince Russo has pointed out an issue. Joining Dr. Chris Featherstone on this week's episode of the Legion of Raw, the veteran talked about a spot during the match where Rodriguez was supposed to stop the pinfall, but put Morgan's foot on the rope. However, she was late, and the referee still stopped the count. He mentioned that this was atrocious, and that the referee needed to be suspended immediately for such a mistake. There was a spot where Bayley had Liv Morgan covered, and Rodriguez was supposed to put Morgan's foot on the rope, and she didn't, and the referee stopped the count. That was absolutely atrocious, man. You've got to suspend the ref for that. That was absolutely horrible. A totally botched spot. Bayley went over at the end. In such cases, referees are usually expected to call exactly as it happens in the ring and not depend on previous plans. However, the referee here did not do that. Triple H has not made such a call yet, it appears. Anirban Banerjee is a journalist from Kolkata, India, and has been a part of building Sportskeeda's WWE section over the past 8 years. He's been an assistant content manager for the team during the past 3 years as well. Banerjee has interviewed John Jones, Conor McGregor, Cowboy Cerrone, Georgie Masvidal, Mandy Rose, Joe Hendry, Darren Till, and many others. Anirban has worked in the field of wrestling and mixed martial arts journalism for several years. In addition to his work on Sportskeeda, Anirban is a fiction writer and has co-written over 20 biographies. He was also a columnist for 90 Minutes. The WWE universe is buzzing with controversy following a highly criticized spot on Monday Night Raw involving Liv Morgan, which has ignited a firestorm of debate within the wrestling community. What began as a seemingly routine segment quickly spiraled into chaos after what one veteran has now called a horrible and inexcusable mistake that, in their view, warrants immediate disciplinary action against the referee involved. The incident occurred during what was meant to be a high-stakes match, one that had fans emotionally invested and on the edge of their seats. Liv Morgan, known for her relentless passion, fearless in-ring style, and ever-growing popularity with fans, was in the middle of a crucial moment when a botched sequence triggered not just confusion, but legitimate concern for her well-being. What followed was a moment that felt off, not just as part of a performance, but in a way that screamed something had gone dangerously wrong. Within seconds, the energy in the arena shifted. The audience, ever in tune with the tempo of a match, grew quiet. Commentary hesitated, and Liv, clearly dazed and vulnerable, was left to scramble in a moment that has since drawn sharp criticism, not only from fans and analysts, but also from seasoned veterans of the industry who know exactly what is and isn't acceptable inside that ring. One of the most vocal critics to speak out is a former WWE legend, a locker room leader whose opinions still carry significant weight. During a post-show breakdown, they didn't mince words. "That was a horrible call," the veteran stated bluntly. The referee absolutely failed Liv in that moment. And when you fail to protect talent in a business like this, there have to be consequences. Suspension? Yes, at the very least. You cannot just shrug off a mistake like that when someone's health is on the line. The moment in question involved a missed cue, a delayed or mistimed response that led to Liv being exposed to what appeared to be a legitimate injury risk. While WWE has not officially commented on the incident, insiders have hinted that backstage concern was immediate. Liv was reportedly checked by medical personnel following the match, and while she appeared able to walk off on her own, the fear of potential damage was real. What makes this moment even more infuriating to some is that Liv Morgan has fought her way up through the ranks with a tenacity that's earned her respect across the board. She didn't come in with a famous last name. She built her brand on resilience, taking hard bumps and bouncing back every time. So to see her trust put in the hands of an official who failed to recognize danger or act swiftly has left fans and professionals equally upset. Across social media, the backlash was immediate. Fans circulated replays of the spot from multiple angles, dissecting the referee's movement, or lack thereof, and questioning how such a misjudgment could occur on a show as polished and high-profile as Raw. Hashtags like #ProtectLiv and #RefSuspensionNow began trending within minutes. Wrestling forums lit up with heated discussions, many echoing the veteran's call for repercussions. "This isn't about storyline," one fan tweeted. "This is about safety. Referees are the last line of defense when something goes wrong in the ring. If they freeze up, people can get seriously hurt. That should never be okay." The discussion also raises questions about the pressure and responsibilities placed on WWE referees, who must make split-second decisions in the middle of a live show watched by millions. But while mistakes are inevitable in any performance-based environment, what happened during Liv's match feels to many like a lapse in basic protocol. And for a company that's prided itself on evolving safety standards in the post-Attitude Era landscape, this sort of error cannot simply be swept under the rug. Liv herself has yet to issue a direct statement, but sources close to the superstar say she was shaken but composed after the match. She remains one of WWE's most promising stars, with a fan base that's both fiercely loyal and deeply protective. For many, this incident has only deepened their admiration for her courage and commitment to the business. WWE is reportedly reviewing the match footage internally, and although no disciplinary actions have been announced as of yet, the noise surrounding the controversy is growing louder by the hour. Multiple former referees have also weighed in, with some defending their current peers and others acknowledging that this was a moment of serious oversight. "We're trained to see the signs," said one retired official during a podcast appearance. "If someone's eyes are glazed, if they're not responding as expected, that's our cue to stop everything and check on them. I don't know what happened out there, but it sure looked like the call wasn't made fast enough." Meanwhile, talent across the locker room is said to be quietly shaken by the moment, a stark reminder that even in a choreographed environment, the risk is always real. Accidents happen, but the expectation is that every performer will be given the highest level of protection possible. And when that fails, it undermines not just the performer's safety, but the integrity of the entire show. This isn't the first time officiating has come under fire in WWE, but few moments in recent memory have prompted such an immediate and unified outcry. Liv Morgan, a performer beloved for her underdog story and her authenticity, deserves better. At least, that's the sentiment resonating loudly from every corner of the wrestling world right now. And with a respected veteran of the sport demanding accountability, the pressure is now on WWE to act swiftly and transparently. Whether that means retraining, suspensions, or a change in protocol remains to be seen. But one thing is certain: the fans are watching. The locker room is watching. And Liv Morgan, as always, is still standing, still smiling through the pain, and still earning the world's respect, one match at a time. Thanks for watching this video, and please subscribe our YouTube channel for more update news.